here we are to record even more stuff I've made in the past in Scratch. Cool programming website. As per usual, I'll play through the game multiple times first and then go into the code and explain some stuff or talk about some stuff afterwards. It will be a short video. Alright, description. Remember to start the game by pressing the green flag button whenever you either die or start a game. Whenever you either start a game or die. When dying to the first boss, you will need to press it twice. Okay. Low volume music again. Okay. Yeah. Press space to start. Press H for hard mode. That's changed. It was F in the last game. Or in the not Ultra version, because this is Space Explorer Ultra. Use A and D to move, use space, Q and E to shoot, use R to become invisible for a limited amount of time. Invincible. This power-up gives you a Q ability, this power, and uses it. Or gives you one to refill your ammo, but also uses the ability for free. This power-up gives you E, this power-up gives you some space shots. Let's see if I can beat this time. That's not the hard mode this time. There's also an F ability now, which wasn't mentioned on the start screen apparently. That's missing. F. Ho ho. People wanted me to add more abilities, so I did as the people requested. People also wanted me to add more bosses, so I did what people requested. Okay, so... I still had Tails in Space Explorer. I thought I didn't. Let's kill this mutant. Or get killed by the mutants. Those were the ones that lightnings that turned invisible. Should the three shoot? I shall not. I died properly, I'll take the punishment to fight the restart. At first I had thought like, okay, for the sake of the video I will cheat myself back to exactly where I was. But no, I will not. I really like the cheats for this game though. I will modify them to be very special. As you saw, there's a debug like bar. A little bit considering stuff in there. It can also be called cheat bar. Where you can write in commands, and there's a lot of commands. Mutant did it again. Should I cheat? Should I not? I choose not. As you'll probably see in the years as the new effort, I get more and more experience in programming. I know more and more about the game, or the game engine, Scratch. So I know more about what I can do and what I cannot do. I know more about what features I can test out for the thing. And thus the games will also be better and better. Or more and more interesting, more and more developed, more and more thought out, more and more professional. And also more and more upgraded based on user reviews. But not many people have played the game here. This series here is one of the proudest of, or the proudest one on this account. I have two Scratch accounts I released stuff on. One of them is not only mine. It's a company named Boomtour, consisting of me and Synthpie, who has appeared in multiple videos I've made on the channel. It shall be fun to show you those games. Think about the audio for the Griffin's scream was not only taken off a game to then be heavily modified. It was taken by someone else's video of a game playing the game. But under no circumstances I will not claim that a bit of audio is mine, not under any circumstances. It is not some original art of mine, I guess. I don't really know what to say. Maybe I should compare the original... Well, it's such a short clip too. I don't think there should be any problems copyright-wise. YouTubers and Twitch streamers can have small video clips of each other's stuff without having problems with copyright. And that was a 3-second clip, which I then first stripped off all footage of to make it on the video file, to then keep messing with the multiple settings to make it far from what it was at first. Now I'll have to dodge the attack before it gets to the ground. Or before it hits me. It's getting more and more difficult to hit it, which is why I've saved up my... now it's small. I might accidentally walk into it. Or have my tail spawn on it. There, shoot off the side. Allow it to hit the enemy more clearly. Like it's almost getting to 25. I want to just boost it by using abilities. So it goes faster to that level, because that means less life regeneration. And now to end it off, I always just spam the abilities. I usually save them for longer for this variant. But it went fine. Right. The ending. All sprites and music is from scratch. So just free to use projects of scratch. As long as you do not claim ownership. Oh, I almost didn't see that shark there. This was my first attempt at a multi-stage boss fight. The reason this video was recorded after, and is said to be released after the Crab Killer video, or Crab Killer game, is because of how it has been edited after. I didn't complete this game. This game was still being made while I made the Crab Killer game. As I say, it's moved on to the next stage, where it's lost 2 of its sharks, or should I say 1 of its sharks, considering how it could just constantly drop 1 of them. I have to be more careful. I keep being trapped in a corner, so I use my R ability to get the invincible frames I need to get past the obstacle. I guess just standing still to lure out its shots again. Oh no. Okay, now it's changed state again. The shark underneath is gone. primary attack is the llamas shooting or spitting. They'll do it more frequently as both of the llamas attack now instead of just one. And there is a low chance that sometimes the space pirate will also do its own attack, tossing a banana, which has the gravity and bouncing physics added on it. It's the ability I've nerfed the most in any game I've ever made. It has been so OP, so I've been slowing it down. Instead of having it throw 2 bananas at once that go in different direction, there's only one. I've slowed it down in more. I made it bounce higher up, as it could like glitch into the top almost, so that it has less time to go up there. But as per usual, the time is that is the major problem is that it's just more. It's decently unpredictable. Though this is predictable because you can clearly see where it's going. You don't always think of it, or something. It often comes as a surprise. Even though it's following proper physics. There we go. One llama is dead. Moveset oh. Both llamas are dead. Moveset changes once more. Now it has 2 different bananas, which launch at different times. Why it's also unpredictable is because of how it can... In the spitting phase, it can just suddenly launch it at you. When you expect on a spit. As there's only a chance that it will appear. You may think you know the boss, but all of a sudden it does something completely new, which goes by relatively fast, and moves in patterns you haven't seen anywhere else before in the game. And also some particles like our own attack may hide the banana in some way. Ah, it's changed the face once again. It is now in the banana overload stage. There are cheat commands to like not only go to the boss, 3 different ways to go to the boss instantly, skipping all the boss fights with previously. But there's also a command to like change stage of the boss fights that have stages. So I can freely go back and forth if I just want to go back. If progress or showing off the boss is more important than dying and having to retry it from the start. Then I can just go back to where I left off. Oh, maybe I should add another command in the newest game, where I can also freely change the HP of the boss. Okay, the slash lie, where I died last time. On hard mode, just to mention that. Uh, I know I was not on Art World, and I still died. Oh, that playthrough took a lot of time. Well, I guess I'll show this again. Something I didn't go and get to show last time. Because I died on the boss and I decided after dying. Is after the last boss, the Slash-Lie is defeated. You enter Endless Hell. I try to survive as long as possible. And not die instantly like I did. Okay. Let's see. Right. The snakes and tornadoes will just keep spawning there. And our cheese, and the removable cheese thing will appear in the corner, as you see. Always good at that. They show that if you take screenshots of how long you survived, you will know that at some point you did so bad to cheese. Also, you can destroy it should have skin. Okay, the phone can be destroyed by either things with the E-event or the G-event. While the big ones required to be hit by both the E and the Q at the same time. I'm gonna try to make that right now. Oh, I can't, I don't have any Q abilities. I died. I survived 82 seconds while cheating. Here you see all of the commands. Teleport 1, teleport start, teleport stars, 2. Okay, here's how it works. You can either write teleport stars, because the map is named stars. You can write teleport 2, because that's the second map. Or you can write teleport king, because that's the name of the boss you fight there. Thus, there's peaceful. I want to show up some of these DX commands. Okay, let's start with this one. Trace. There, microphone on again. No longer being interrupted. But yeah, as the paint mode just paints the path of any projectile, any boss. It can get chaotic, but now you can also see if there is any bugs with things working oddly. This I noticed. Oh yeah, if I move, if I shoot and then the space shot and then move, I can hold the projectile. This was initially looked at as a buggy, but is now called a feature. You can home the shot that way. Not much, which is why I decided not to fix it and call it a feature. Yeah, this goes for animals. I guess I'll just kill that to prove that point. Screen's getting cold. Yeah, okay. Erase. A taunt. Allowing all of the bosses to, or enemies, there are 3 non-boss enemies, to just scream at you. Sage mode allows me to just keep getting new ammo, have it constantly at max. Eternal Immortal makes me literally immortal. I can show how that looks. There. No, not now. I will not. Die. There is a bug with that though. If I press R, then I will die. Or, I should rather say, pressing R, the ability to make you invincible. It makes you immortal again after the ability occurs. Sage mode. I don't mind upon my hand. That's because I have the tails. I think. But yeah, as you see, it fits so nice. It's a Naruto reference. It's watching Naruto around this, the time when I made this. And as you see, I have infinite ammo. I can just keep spamming attacks. So let's go. I keep doing this to just only have it launch in the first arc options. What's this boss going on? How do I do it again? I need to have on or just right gun. There. constant Q attack, which starts at the new whenever it ends. And 2 constant E abilities during your round. I can't remember how to turn off stage mode. Oh yeah, as you see, you can cheat. Alright, 30 minutes already used up, and this is the point where I show the code. Here's the code. God mode. I don't add that into Kami. As you can see, I was Horo instead of Roar. As I was very weeby at that point. Though I did not write she here. Or the number 4. Yeah, that's the cheat system. Here you see the various abilities code. And then this, which will appear on every unit now. Move, very basic. Here's the taking damage. If touching that, I die. 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 Touching that, I die. Those things. These things. Those things. Oh, I forgot to change those. But that's fine. Space drop. It's yeah, starts the clone, goes downward, shows itself, makes its own space, and then keeps switching costume between these two. Here you have the ability, simple, E-drop. It's basically copy-paste of this with a small amount of changes. Q, Q2, yeah, Q just stands still there, and this the one rotating. This is because of how the sharks reacted in the crab killer game. I wanted to avoid the future of it all duplicating when using the clone thing, so I made 2 different things. So this just reads off info of that one and then launches its own thing, which does not act in the way of how the first one did. Q-drop, basically the same as the other ones, with some changes, as you can see. The ability, it just uses the hide, or it hides Space Hunter and then shows itself. Because in the Space Hunter here, I'm going to R, hide. That makes the sprite go and makes it invisible. What it is just add a cloud effect when that happens. F. F, F2, F3. All when they receive F, they do their own job to get over the screen. Hard mode. Works similar to how it used to work. Die, that's a cheat I haven't showed. Alright, start. Okay, you're too bad, you little boss. You can't hit me, I want to die. Simple. Yeah. Eternal. What it does is the same as the, like, R. It just hides the player and then puts this in it instead. And tries to make it act like they are. Yeah, here is the no longer immortal thing. Sage mode, deactivate. That's just Frog Eyes because Naruto reference. Alright. There. King. Yeah, here's how it takes damage. It waits until it's on the correct map. Here's the attack. 3 times it will wait 2 seconds and cast a lightning. When it has done it 3 times, it will wait 0.7 seconds. Make the sound the bear passive. 0.5 seconds after that, it will start attacking again. There's also bear growl. All sounds are just sounds of scratch, which I've edited, by the way. I found editing quite fun. And here's also how I just took multiple bear sprites and then morphed it. Like made the 2 back, added the wings from wings and tails from a dragon sprite. All within this library. Only texture from outside is the Celestial Eye. All sounds from the outside is the griffin sound I talked about. Let's see animals. This snort is probably what I made the sound out of. And I just did a faster, slower, louder, softer, mute. Not that one, of course. Fade in, fade out. put it in reverse multiple times and made it more roboty. Cut out certain parts, put in new, copy it into new files to then combine it with others, and just edit it all until I get the sounds I want. Lightning, pretty simple, always inside King. When it starts as a clone, it points towards the player and glides toward it for 3 seconds. Mutant, here's its color, here's its 3 attacks, which it will vary it between. Those are the zones with the various names. Here's how it dies, here's how it takes damage. And then here's just to wait until it's on this map. Then we have Lightning 2, which is the same as this, except it follows Mutant. And then you have the Vanishing Lightning. As for the Spam Lightning ability, it just keeps doing this over and over faster. Griffin. There. Just the basic Griffin model. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. It just flaps around. It does the sound, does Griffin shots or Griffin shots, just shoots directly to the player. Always starts at Griffin. And then turns subtle. While the Griff yeah, it will always have like paint. It has these 4 positions to pick from. When it uses the ability, it creates 3 clones, meaning clones out of one of those 3 points. Which will then attack the player. Planet. Here. Here's a bunch of if-elses. If it will keep doing this until its health is lower than 0. If it's lower than 25, it will do that. Else, and then just follow the elses. 100%, 90%. At 225, 80% at 200, 70% at 175, 60% at 155, 50% at 125, and etc, etc. It will just turn around in there, like that. The sprite itself is slightly off-centered. Oh wait, never mind. It moves a little while turning. Back row, yeah. It keeps what? Back row drops switches to the orbit. Wait a second. Huh. Apparently I added it so that you have a higher regeneration of space shots while on this map. Until planet is dead. Getting 1 every single second. Never repeat until planet is less than 0. You can make the meteor. 10 seconds. Meteor It moves for 8 seconds, so 2 seconds free time. There you see, like, yeah, it only has 4 different sizes. Sound. Texture, I just got a bunch of fire things and a circle from the library. Fire from the dragon, the one I took these wings from. Wait, no, a different dragon in that library. Here you see it's self-regeneration. Change planet. Planet is the variable to the planet is its HP. If it's yeah. It does not regenerate HP if it's below 50. Huh. But no, it does. It does it every 5 seconds if between 50 and 100 it does 4 every 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. You get the drill. Dying, taking damage. Explanation is taking a lot of time. I'll speed it up a little. A bunch of chances between 0 and 1, so you can skip an attack. And here you see it will keep doing this small moveset until its HP is less than 500. Alright. Yeah. That will have a small cooldown, switch skin. The same. And here you see the random attacks. And here you see like the low chance. Yeah, spit too. Here you see the very low chance of something happening with the banana. It picks a random between 0 and 1. Oh yeah. Okay. Either this doesn't happen, or it does. Yeah, it repeats this either 0 times or 1 times. Then it repeats it either 0 or 1 times. If 0, then it just skips the thing. If 1, then it does it. Or it skips the thing, it goes down here, and then it repeats. Doing those attacks again. Okay, so 50% chance, 25% chance, 12.25% chance, 6.13, no, 6.12, 1225 chance. Low chance of it happening. Should've just said that. This video truly is turning out to be long. Yeah. The various attacks. Here I was just dropping. Spit. Just point toward it as a clone and glides 4 seconds. Oh, where's Spit to? Spit to. What's the difference? Oh. Slightly lower cooldown. So it will do it more frequently than this. Yeah. But that's the aiming one. Here are physics. And just done a bunch of math to figure out how to drop. It's a little bit randomized. Then you have this monstrosity again. Final boss of the game. I won't talk too much about its moveset. Its various attacks. There, bubble right. Call name Apple, Apple 2. Just a dragged out version of a circle sprite which I removed the inside from to just keep the outside. It pops to like make a large barrel bubbles, and then it shoots 3 bubbles. And here's just a bunch of different attacks. Behaving differently, all looking like bubbles. Bubble left, bubble right, bubble, bubble 2, bubble, bubble left, bubble right, bubble, bubble 3, bubble, bubble 4. All has a chance to just have 0. So here it says either 1 or 2, but it's inside 0 to 3. So I guess to choose whether to do it or not. Yeah. Snake shoots venom, goes quickly back. Here you have the venom types. Scrod. It works a bit different. I combined like 4 different sprites. Oh wait, this is bear, this is bear, this is dinosaur, this is dinosaur, this is hawk, I think. And there I combined it together with mermaid. This is just 2 simple sprites. I just slightly moved them to give them a short animation. It just keeps switching between these 2. As you see here, it starts the sound and does the switching. Meteor 2, these 2, all created by the 2 same fire stuff and a ball. Yeah. Oh, and there's also this. Just some back management I did for the backdrop. And here you see some code for the endless of how the map reacts. And I don't know what I changed. I'm not going to save. It saved. One thing I did change, which I do not want to be visible, is how it starts off. So let's just slightly move you. Yeah, that's the game. Link in the description. Now, few of you will find it, because it's just such a simple game. And I've used so much time on the video. People will think, I don't want to watch this small thing being played for 53 minutes, 54 minutes. Oh, yeah, link in the description below the video. Goodbye.